make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber diatribe. You see the thumbnail, man. Grifter audience versus Manosphere audience. So, you know, the whole thing happened just pearly, blah, blah, blah. And one of the things I've talked about previously was the audience, where there's frustration with the black manosphere and guys and probably in the white manosphere, where you have people who come up and they basically mimic the black manosphere. And the issue that guys are having who create content isn't necessarily with the content creators who grift or who mimic the videos, the talking points, the topics. So, you know, the not necessarily the setups, but the direction and so on and so forth. But it's really with the audience. And what I mean is, you know, you can pretty much say YouTube shadow ban the manosphere, the black manosphere in particular. I'm gonna stick to the black manosphere. So the vast majority of the black manosphere is shadow banned. But the vast majority of people who grift off of the black manosphere stuff are not. So their growth rates just blow ours out of the water. But they're using all of pretty much, I'm not gonna say all, but the majority of the stuff that they use is pretty much our stuff. You know. In the words of Paul Mooney, you know, everybody, well, imitating Paul Mooney, everybody want to be a black manosphere, but don't nobody want to be a black manosphere, right? You know, so everybody want to be a Negro, but don't nobody want to be a Negro, you know. It's really the N word, but I ain't feel like doing it. So, but in the audience participates. The audience will show up for the black manosphere like this. And guys, subscribers, and view counts, they show that for the most part. And then guys that show up for the people that people say are grifting like this. You know what I'm saying? Deep. And it's like, but it's the same people. And you trying to figure out like, what? Okay, so my audience is, you know, is a bar. Their audience is like what do we call it? Not a stadium, but what is that? A step down from a stadium, an arena. You know what I'm saying? Their audience is an arena, and you like how? And then people, you know, you might say, hey man, they got a better setup, they got better equipment, they got and sometimes they have a better introduction and, you know, all the special effects that people want, and sometimes it's clearer, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just not the black manosphere, but it is the black manosphere. So it's like, so the audience could love the black manosphere, but are you gonna share the video? No, you're not gonna share the video because you might get scared that your family or your friends or one of your employers might, you know, snitch on you like it's the worst thing in the world to, you know, listen to people who have free speech. But when somebody who's a quote unquote grifter, they say the exact same thing. Now you can, oh, I can like this one because it's not them. I can share this one because it's not them. Oh, I can support this one because it's not them. Nobody's gonna necessarily say anything. It's like, oh, okay. And then some of those very people, they're in the comment section and they comment, yeah, that's great. You know, some people go, hey man, you should be way bigger. And some people go, I don't know why you're not as big. And then you see them in the comment section of other people's stuff and liking other people's stuff, which is dope. I'm cool with that. I'm not hating, but sharing other people's stuff, you're like, man, if I should be bigger and you like but you don't like my stuff and you don't share my stuff, but they are big and you like their stuff and share their stuff, but you pretty much know they got most of my material, man, I might have to step off. And then you're in a catch-22 because the people who are grifters, if guys say, you know what, I'm done with the black manosphere because brothers don't support it like that. It's done a lot of great things for brothers, and brothers act like it didn't do it, but brothers not supporting like that. Brothers support the grift more than the foundation. Let's just say that. And then people will go, oh man, you should come back, man. You should check it out, man. Where you been at? What you doing, man? We miss you, dog. Come on, man. You used to drop all the hot things, and it's like, bro, shut up. It's okay. Like you go watch those other people who are gonna make a remix of what I already made. And I'm not saying it's just like for me personally, but I'm saying it in the sense of it's multiple people who are like, man, this is some BS. You know, And then you got guys who just say, man, I want to get out of the space because I'm shadow banned, because guys are not as supportive as they could be, because there's no necessarily growth in it, and because I'm a black man in the black manosphere. If I'm a black man in the black manosphere, I won't actually be able to grow. If I was a black woman, in the black manosphere, orbiting the black manosphere, absolutely. If I was a non-black person speaking the same talking points, orbiting the black manosphere, would grow absolutely. Um, we ain't hit the rainbow thing yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. So guys are like, okay, do you really really support us, or you support certain people? Because you know, I think guys are like, okay, my core audience wants me to go out like a martyr, or supports me in a sense, in a way that they would like me to go out like a martyr, and that same core audience can go to a grifter and support them like they want them to be the next biggest best thing. It's like guys get kind of frustrated with that because it's like the audience is fickle, it's hypocritical. So it's like you don't rock with us like you say you rock with us. So um, and that's when you see people say, "I quit the manosphere, I'm done, I'm this, I'm that," because it's not necessarily the other content creators that they're quote unquote beefing with. It's that they can't necessarily beef with the audience because you know y'all not the day ones are supportive, but the people who are not necessarily day ones, not so much. You're just hopping from pillar to post. But that's just my opinion. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.